Welcome to X1T Gaming, and together we're going to revolutionize the gaming industry. So this is the last video of this series that we're going to be doing, and we're going to be learning prevent driving in mid-air. So once the wheel flies off, we're going to prevent the I think the RPMs and everything going up. Now, can we do this without the video? It's a short video. Let's just watch it.
Now that we have a mostly functional vehicle, there's one other big bug we should try to fix. The car can still accelerate and decelerate, turn and increase in speed and RPM in midair. So how do we make it so the vehicle only moves when it's on the ground? Once again, we'll head over to the internet to see if there's any solutions. So I looked up how to test if wheels are on the ground in Unity. And there's a couple of options here. There's Unity Answers, which is from a few years ago. Could work. There's one from 2005. There's the official documentation. We'll take a look at the documentation for now. So it says that there's just wheel collider is grounded. It's a Boolean that says if it's grounded, indicates whether the wheel currently collides with something. That seems like it's good enough to get the job done. So first what we need to do is we actually need to get all of our wheels as references so we can actually track them. So I'm going to create a new list of wheel colliders in my player controller script. So I need to actually assign these variables, so I'll serialize this. We'll call it a list. We need to make it a type of wheel collider. And we can name it all wheels so we can keep track of all of our wheels. So now that we've added that list to our player controller script, we do actually need to set the size of this list. In this case, we have 4 wheels, so we need to set the size to 4. And now we drag in each of our wheels as different elements. So that's the front left wheel, this is the front right wheel. This is the rear left, and this is the rear right. So now that we've assigned references to all of our wheels.
Okay, I'm a little bit behind. Okay. Now we come in here. Okay, where are the references? All wheels. So front left. What? Okay, so I'm having the problem because it's a wheel collider. So what I'm thinking is I need to do a mesh collider because I didn't do the wheel thing on his. And so now that it's a mesh collider, there you go. I got all this. Yeah, so if you remember one of the videos that we did, and you actually look at the truck. So if we actually look at the red car for the movement, oops, right here, if you see in the front of our car, we have this thing right here, which is called the front angle. So because we have the front angle, our car does not flip forward. Because our car does not flip forward, when I add the wheel colliders to this, they kind of cancel each other out, and now the wheels don't move forward. The car doesn't move forward at all. So I have to get rid of this if I want to make the wheel colliders. So I didn't do that. So because of that, when we do this list, if you saw where it says wheel collider, I had to change it to mesh because these ones, what we're using is the mesh collider. And I'm pretty sure it's going to act the same way when we do it, when we finish it from now. Let's see. Let's see if this works now how we want it to work. I'm pretty sure it will.
We'll need to create a new variable. And just to see how many wheels are on the ground, we need to keep track of the number of wheels. So we actually need an integer. So we'll say int. And we'll call it wheels on ground so that we can keep track of the number of wheels that are on the ground. After our update method, we'll create a new method, in fact, to keep track of the number of wheels. So we'll call it void, and we'll just call it the count of our wheels. So we need to keep track of the count of our wheels on the ground. So we use wheel on ground. We set this to 0 because we'll assume that there are no wheels on the ground. Now, a cool thing that we can do with lists is something similar to the way that we used for loops to iterate through something before. So with for loops, you could set the end condition of when the for loop would stop. With lists, we can actually use the for each loop. So we type for each, and then we actually use parentheses. Now in our for each, we need to tell it what we're trying to find in our list. So we're trying to find wheel colliders. We need to give a name to that wheel collider. So we'll just call it each wheel that we go through. And now we need to give it the list that it's actually going to go through. So in all wheels. And then after this, we put curly braces. So now we're in our for each loop. So what we're going to do is if each wheel, and now we can use the is grounded attribute. So if our wheel is grounded, wheels on ground plus plus. So just to think about how this will work, when we call the count wheels method, it will go through each wheel in our list of wheels. So the front left, front right, rear left, and rear right wheel. So maybe it goes through the front left. That wheel is not grounded. It will not add a number to the wheels on ground. Front right, that is grounded. So it will add one to wheels on ground. Rear right, also grounded. So it will add another one. Rear left, not grounded. So it will not add one. So then we're left with 2 wheels on ground. The right side wheels, but not the left side wheels. Now, this could be useful. However, what we're actually looking for is to know when our wheels are on the ground. We don't just want to keep track of the wheels on the ground. We actually want to know.
Okay, so is grounded. Where do we have is grounded? Because this might be a problem because it's not a wheel collider, it's a mesh collider. Because if I do this a wheel collider, okay, so that's where we're having a problem. is that the mesh collider does not have is grounded. So what are we going to have to do? We might have to give this a tag. So where's the environment? No. The road. Does the road have, it's untagged. I wonder if, but it has the box collider. Wheels have a mesh collider. I might have to change this up. But yeah. Yeah. Would I have to I'll probably have to put wheels on this stuff. But yeah, we won't continue because that's pretty much it. It's just saying that we're going to make it false and true if they're touching. But this is specifically for wheel colliders, because is grounded is a code that wheel collider already has, and because we're doing a mesh collider instead of the wheel collider, we have to find out a different way. So if we go for each mesh collider wheel and all wheels, yeah, we'll probably have to find do a collision kind of trigger kind of thing. Yeah. Well, we can understand what's going on. I'll have to go back
When our vehicle.
and
So now that we are keeping track of whether our vehicle is on the ground.
oh, he changes this to a bool. I wonder if that changes anything. No, it doesn't work. Mesh collider does not contain a definition for is grounded and no accessible extension method is grounded, accepting a first argument of type. Mesh collider could be found. You are missing a using directive. Yeah, so I have to use the wheel collider for this one to work. How he does it. Yeah, I think we're just gonna call that one quits for there. We won't save. Don't save. I think I'm gonna call it quits for today. I had my boy's birthday, and we stayed up pretty late. Cut out a little bit later than we wanted to. But let's see what we're going to be learning next time around. Programming, still level 5. Nice. Okay, sharing your projects. Oh, nice. So this one I'm going to probably need because I want to actually share. So install export modules. Okay, that's pretty nice. So we're going to do the next one, trying to get my game that we have set out and all set out there. So that'll be pretty good. I will finish my game before I do this one. Looking for some yeah. Did I just do this whole thing on I did it again. I did it again. I'm so sorry. No, I forgot to put it. Did I forget to share screen this whole time? And you're just looking at my face. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Well, on that note, thanks for watching my beautiful face. I will be on again at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I need to get more monitors and have like one designated just so that I could always just reference back to how how it looks. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'll be back on tomorrow, and I'll see you then at 9 p.m. Pacific